Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 17th to the 23rd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to remind you, as always, this is a general weekly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But I do want to remind you to stick with me till the very end of the reading in order to get your yes or no question answered, all right? So think of that along the way. But the message I received for you for this reading overall for this week is, why do you just get me? Why do you just get me? And very much matching that, the song that we got for you on shuffle for the week is Perfect Love by Trisha Yearwood. And I'll definitely leave that in the description box below for you to explore. But let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's begin and pull a message from the Halloween Oracle deck. For my strong Aries for this upcoming week to begin, for the week of the 17th to the 23rd of January, 2022. I want just this one. Death, the eternal cycle begins here. Okay. The ending of you second-guessing yourself. It's the end of you thinking that everybody's against you at times. Please don't take that offensively. There may also be a focus on actual death for one reason or another. I just feel as if you are feeling a bit, I'm hearing ominous, a bit sort of in your feels, or just struggling to grasp that things are going to work out in one way, shape, or form. I do feel like somebody was ghosted in one way, shape, or form when it comes to who you're interested in, regardless of which way that goes. I do see you connecting with somebody very, very important this week. Somebody who does get the best of you at times, but gets you as well. It's a very confusing connection, to say the least. Let's pull the main part of the reading from the Mystic Mondays deck. I'm now hearing you'll understand them better this week as well. 4 areas to continue for this upcoming week. I'm now also understanding and hearing that this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic or potential love connection. This could be a friend, some sort of soulmate connection, or at least one of you views it as a soulmate connection to an extent. And remember, friends can also, family can be a soulmate in one way, shape, or form. Somebody who you feel like you're destinedly connected to in a lot of ways. Ooh, that was a little bit feisty. Potentially some feisty attention. We're going for 5, which we're going to pull the last one right from the top of the deck. Okay. Yeah, it feels like there's a need to take a fresh perspective in one way, shape, or form. Not sure why I picked up on that message, but we're beginning with the 9 of Swords. Stressed but blessed. I feel as if you are stressing over not hearing from them, or not getting a response right away, or whether or not you should respond to them. Or maybe you're just simply stressing this week about wanting to understand them a bit better when you feel like you've been this open book, or they just sort of grasped who you were, even without you being an open book, quite quickly in the connection. You may also just feel like you're drifting from somebody and it's like, why is this happening? I'm stressed. I just want to understand why things are proceeding in this manner. Please do understand and fully that you're in the midst this week of Mercury retrograde, where communication can stop or it can just be altered in a negative sense. There's a risk of saying the wrong thing, slipping up on your words, and just being simply very affected by energies in one way, shape, or form. So I do feel like that's affecting your sleep to a certain extent, or you're choosing not to sleep, or you're just very stressed over communication, or the lack of which in general this week, okay? But I also just feel like you're thinking too much about how they get you to the furthest extent, all right? They don't understand one part of you, though, all right? Some of you may not realize that. We're moving on to the Five of Wands, if we can even see it here. So the week is just, you feel like it's a never ending sort of stressful attempt after attempt after attempt to connect with them, or just to uh, reach who they truly are. Like, if I'm now seeing someone almost like a Russian doll, where you're trying to sort of, it's like, okay, I uncracked that layer. I got that layer of you understood, or just allowed for you, or got you to sort of explain that side of you. And then there's another layer, and another, and then, but for some of you, there's space between that. And I just feel as if some of you are just wanting to take all of the layers off, understand them as a whole quicker. But it's not meant to happen that way. Every individual that you're connecting with, and especially this one, is going to open up and have you understand them in a different way, quicker or slower, right? And I feel like this person is on the slower end. I feel like that wasn't the best wording, but that's a key part of this reading. There's an ending to communication to an extent at times, to prevent things from going in a direction they shouldn't. You need to understand that they also just probably want their time to figure things out, or to sort through how they're feeling. Okay? They may be going through a big death or rebirth. They're just sorting through their individual soul development and changes. All right? It just feels like your mind is all sort of crisscrossed and stressing over this connection at times. Even again, if it's just a friend, you just don't understand how you can come so far with somebody, or just feel so energetically connected to somebody in a lot of ways, and then nothing, right? Or to have it go from something to nothing to something to nothing. Just have patience and trust your gut feeling, your intuition, if you truly feel as if this is somebody you're meant to be connected for a while, okay? Or just in general. I heard for eternity. Three of Pentacles. I just heard, interestingly enough, souls connect at times and never let go. And never let go, all right? And so I feel like that's just the vibe that lies between the two of you. When you sort of separate or don't speak for a while, there's no sort of pressure, or there shouldn't be, between the two of you to sort of feel obligated to communicate consistently, because you know that when you come back, there's that understanding, that maturity, where it's like we both have our own lives, or we just reconnect, like almost picking up from where we left off. But then there are unspoken emotions and almost an intentions, unspoken, yeah, just feelings and, views on that lack of communication and distance. But so Three of Pentacles, I came out of it feisty. Remember that? It feels like there's a bit of feisty sort of attention coming in. And I feel like that's not involving this connection, all right? It's outside of it. You almost feel like they get you so well that you almost want to, or just want to in general, uh, work through that with them. Or you feel like they have a healing touch or healing energy, or just they could help you in a lot of ways. And when they're not there, it's like, I almost feel like a piece of me is missing, or I almost feel like a piece of my life is just a little bit out of whack, right? You almost feel like your soulmate is just not there to help you in ways that you didn't expect them to help you in general, or you almost didn't realize they helped you. It just feels like a lot of unhealthy attention is coming in at times from other people, and options as well, tempting options, and you just needing to sort of uh, not give in, if it's people trying to convince you this or that about this individual, or if it's love oriented, people trying to sort of tempt you to, move away from them and just go towards something that's not healthy, or even close to that kind of connection. It's going to vary from case to case, but 33 is coming through, as well as 5-5, change and development, as well as success and spirituality. Keep that in mind this week, as things do change, and Spirit's trying to put an end to that feisty attention, and trying to, it feels like nosy behavior as well from some, just trying to figure out what is up with the two of you, or just what's up with you in your life, and you just kind of want to discuss it with this individual that you're here to hear about. The Four of Wands. So a push to take a step back, to rest. You're tired, being aligned with the Knight of Swords. you're stressed to say the very least. And I feel like some of it is coming from work and money and all that stuff and other connections. And then on top of it all is the lack of connection or just the lack of speaking to this individual, communication. And so there's a need to take a step back, a push from the universe to rest, maybe to sort through how you truly feel about everything. Because it's like you may think you know, but it's like you're so busy all the time, you're thinking, 24/7, or just sorting things out, checking things off your to-do list, socializing with these people, sorting through this negative attention or nosy behaviors, that you almost can't catch your breath. So how do you expect yourself to have a full connection, a full understanding of what you truly want? And yes, okay, maybe with this individual, but more so I feel like as a whole, when it comes to your life moving forward, I need to sort of not overthink, but reassess in one way, shape, or form. I need to take a step back and separate yourself from certain stresses of your life, and to kind of remember that this isn't meant to be a never ending battle to connect with somebody, and to reassess how to move forward, and to understand how much of your approach and your mindset plays into that never ending battle, or the feeling of which, once again. All right. But especially towards the end of the week, you find with the Six of Cups, there's a focus on the past. You can't help but it might be spiritually pushed for you to think back to the beginning of this connection. Certain other times when you didn't speak and things worked out, you might also be thinking back to certain stressful times or other stressful connections in the past, even stressful situations outside of this individual that leave you feeling a bit conflicted within your mind. And it's almost, uh, it's like combative with this resting period at times, or this could be like surrounding this resting period. But I feel as if some people that come towards you will be nosy and remind you of times from the past to get you to be motivated, or just even if it comes from good intentions, it stresses you out, right? Or it just makes you think about the past too much when you're trying your best to stay present this week and move forward in a productive manner. And it feels like you're trying to put to rest some of these memories. The spirit, the ones they push you to remember, it's to remember why you put certain endings to come to be, right? Or why you ended certain personal habits as well. Don't allow the lack of connection with this individual or certain stresses to bring back negative habits, okay? For some of you, it's pushing you to, there's a push to remember the past as well, certain memories, to recognize why you need to put an end to a lack of wanting to stop, filling in that void sometimes with the work, or overly staying busy, or just feeling like you don't need to rest or sleep or take care of yourself at times, to understand that you are being noticed in a positive light, and it's at times just very hard to notice because you're so focused on the lack of attention or the negative or nosy attention. It is a week where you're reminded that they do truly get you, and at times it puzzles you, it confuses you, it makes you ponder a little bit too much. But if this is a soulmate that's meant to be with you moving forward, then it'll happen. It'll be meant to be. All right? Trust in everything is happening for a reason. For Aries from the Moon Magic deck, think of your yes or no question if you haven't already. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. Absolutely. What a good reminder. I teach people how to treat me. Keep that in mind. And we know you know how to do that, Aries. All right? And I have the power. It's real. It lies within you. Okay? We'll put that right in the center. I let go, I release, I am within perfect possibility. As I keep wanting to read more messages for you. All right? To finish this up for Aries. All right, as you can see, the answer for your question, Aries, is yes. Okay, it's a big yes. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, the information is down below. Just reach out via email. I hope you have the most amazing week. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Aries.